Tyree Glenn, sensational trombonist. Now, here's good friend Theodore Charles on the vibes. The fabulous Coleman Hawkins on sax, one of the legends of jazz. Exciting young clarinet players, long past history with the great bands, Hank D'Amico. The lovely, talented Mary Osborne on guitar. Corey Feld on drums. Doc Goldberg on bass, prize winner. Great gentleman of music, Alec Templeton, is one of our guest pianists. And add Roland Hanna and a lot of other folks. Jazz Party ought to swing tonight. Believe you me too. Come on in. My name's Art Ford. This is Jazz Party. This is unrehearsed, spontaneous. Everything can happen. Don't give your right name. Here go the boys now. Jazz, Johnny Windhurst. Born in Corsicana, Texas, after playing about 22 years, he's worked with Eddie Bearfield, Benny Carter, Cab Calloway, Don Redman. He toured Europe with Don, and of course with Duke Ellington. Mr. Tyree Glenn, who just closed the round table after a very successful whirl around the room. He's also a sturdy with Mr. John Sterling and his little opera and another network. Right now, Tyree, would you cause some mischief to happen? Crazy. Well, Maxine, whatever you feel like, with a good friend Roland Hanna there at the piano, Benny Goodman's star pianist, why just take off into any kind of space you want to. Nice beginning.
There are a lot of guys who think they're wondrous wise just because they know a thing or two. You'll find them every day all along Broadway, telling of the wonders they can do. You'll find con men and big boosters, card sharks and crab shooters, strolling all along the metropole. They wear fancy shirts and collars, but where do they get their dollars? They all have an ace in the hole. Some of them ride home to the old folks for coin. That's their old ace in the hole. Some of them have girls in the old tenderloin. That's their old ace in the hole. They tell you of the dollars that they have made and spent, but seldom ever show a big bankroll. But their names would be mud, like a sucker playing stud, if they lost their old ace in the hole. They tell you of the trips that they are going to make from Florida up to the old North Pole. But I'm telling you, you'd be surprised at some of the things we do just to keep our own ace in the hole.
Now, Benny Goodman's dug up a couple of fellas recently that are just as exciting as any Krupa or Harry James or Ziggy Elman or anybody else who ever worked for Benny. I'm thinking of, well, Roy Burns on the drums, and of course Rolf Kuhn on clarinet, and then there's Roland Hanna on the piano. In Detroit, Michigan, he's been playing since he was a child. Started about 12 years old. Benny now thinks he's just about the hottest piano man for the Goodman style, and we go along with that. Here's Roland Hanna right now with whatever he has in mind. Roland, it's all yours. sits in on drums because he digs Jazz Party, Jackie Cooper. Yes, sir. Hank D'Amico. I can't tell you how thrilled and pleased I am tonight that we have one of America's, as I said before, great gentlemen of music with us, sitting in for kicks, Alec Templeton. It was about 20 years ago I first saw Alec sit in and jam with the boys. The boys were Lionel Hampton, Gene Krupa, and Benny Goodman. It was at the Waldorf Astoria in a private party. I said right then, I hope someday I could bring him to a party. He's here tonight, and I couldn't be more delighted because he's one of the men who's made popular music understandable to more people. He's just finished a series of records for children. He spent the summer working on a book for Wilfred Funk about his music box collection. And he's a lifetime member of the New Orleans Jazz Club. And he's a fellow, too, who sort of introduced Johann Sebastian Bach into the legitimate world of hot jazz. Alec, didn't you sort of infer, and there was a great deal of fuss when you did, that Mr. Bach, Mr. Johann Sebastian, had some relation to our jazz men?
I definitely did, Art, and I remember when I did it, they were down here going to tar me and feather me at the thought of the great Bach being related to jazz. But what I mean, I'll just give you a short idea of what I mean, just the 2 bars of an old chorale, and then I'll show you what Bach did, and then this is what I mean. Now this is the tune. Bach took that melody and did this to it. Well, to me, that's like taking stardust and doing this. And so on and so on and so on. As a matter of fact, Art, that's just what I'm going to do now with an old favorite, Moonglow.
Ah, great. Well, we don't applaud on Jazz Party, but let's break the rule.
As a matter of fact, what I did there was a three-part fugue a la Bach.
Well, this is one of the men who opened the door for America to its popular music, jazz, and gave us an understanding which he presents in such a refreshing and charming way that even after 20 years of messing around with jazz, it makes me fall in love with it all over again. Alec Templeton, our special and very honored guest tonight. When I start counting the years, I realize it's 14 years since a skinny little fella came to my studio and said, Art, I dig jazz, and maybe you can introduce me to some people. Well, he met Sidney Bechet and Edmund Hall and Louis Armstrong. They found that he had great talent. 14 years have gone by. He's put on a little bit of weight. He's still one of the truly exciting, bright young men of jazz. Johnny Winters. You want him. Johnny Windhurst, 14 years later. I'm awfully proud of having known him when he was a hungry young kid who just had jazz in his heart and had to get there. He's got there, too. Well, Maxine Sullivan has a special spot here on Jazz Party, and she always fills it very neatly and with great taste. So just without further ado, let the lady take over.
Anytime you're ready. All around the world in a plane, I settled revolution in Spain. The North Pole I have charted, but can't get started with you. Around a golf course, I'm under par, and Metro Goldwyn has asked me to stop. I've got a house and what a show place, but can't get no place with you. You're so supreme. Lyrics I write of you, sweet, just for the sight of you. Dream both day and night of you. But what good does it do? I've been consulted by Dee and Tyree Glenn has had me to tea. Still I'm so downhearted, can't get started with you. You're so supreme. Lyrics I write of you, sweet, both day and night of you. Dream just for the sight of you. But what good does it do? I've been consulted by, like I said before, Tyree, I'm coming back for more. I'm so downhearted, 'cause I can't get started with you.
There's not much more you can say after that. Born in St. Joseph, Missouri, he won the Esquire Award in 1944, 45, 46, 47, the only years they were given out. He's won the Downbeat Award and the Metronome Award 4 times. He has toured Europe and is one of our greatest ambassadors in Europe. He started out with Fletcher Henderson in 1923. In 1934, went to Europe, worked with Jack Hilton. His record in 1939, Body and Soul, was the record that did the trick. That established him as a great jazz name with the general public, but of course musicians had known him from the beginning of his career as one of the real giants of American jazz. We proudly welcome to Jazz Party Mr. Coleman Hawkins, the Hawk. over here, Hawk. Hawk, come over here. Come over here. We can't let you go so easy. Welcome to Jazz Party.
I'm with you, Art. How you doing?
We know when I was in Europe earlier this year, everywhere I went, the girls said, "Where's Coleman Hawkins?" We're expecting him back. How many times have you been over, Coleman?
Oh, I've been over an awful lot of times.
I know.
I've been over so many times since the war, you know.
Mm-hmm. And of course, I've asked this of musicians before. Wouldn't you say it's one of our best calling cards, Jazz?
Oh, yes. You can't beat it.
Sidney Bechet sort of left us there for Paris for a while, didn't
Yeah, well, he's over there now. He lives over there, as a matter of fact.
Think he'll ever come back?
I don't know. He's doing awfully well.
Have you been tempted yourself?
Lots of times.
But you're still here. Well, I wonder if, just as a special favor for the Coleman Hawkins fans who are now about 150 years old, because this goes back to 1938, and that's me, would you do something pretty like Prisoner of Love or Body and Soul? Anything you feel like, you know.
Prisoner of Love.
Prisoner of Love? Fine. Go back there and make them cry. Make them cry. Coleman Hawkins here on Jazz Party.